man is back.
Oh, okay, Jay, boys. Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, That's the True Inferno. Back at it with another Call of Duty Black Ops 7 commentated video gameplay for you guys. And I kind of went out of turn here because I recorded a video already, and y'all gonna see that video next week. And I was like, wait a minute. We got NFL playoffs coming up. So I got to do a video about that as I do every single year. So we're going to go through our predictions, or my predictions rather, in terms of who I got winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm a little bit pissed off still that the Detroit Lions are not in the playoffs. So that really bummed me out. But, you know, there's always next year, I guess. And we have an easy schedule next year. So we should be looking really good as long as we make some adjustment. But we need depth on the offensive line. We need another pass rusher to go along with Aiden Hutchinson, and maybe some work on the secondary. So if we can get those done, we winning it all next year. But let's talk about who's going to win it all this year, this playoffs right here. So here we go. We're going to start off on the NFC side as I always do. So the number 1 seed, obviously, we got the Seattle Seahawks. They got the bye. The number 2 seed will be the Chicago Bears, who run the division, which is a shocker. We'll face the 7th seed Green Bay Packers. The 3 seed Philadelphia Eagles, the defending champs, will take on the 6th seed San Francisco 49ers. Let's be honest, they only made it there, to be honest, because of their schedule. Their schedule was easy this year. So, in my opinion, that's the only reason why they got in. And then we got the 4-5 matchup where the Panthers won the NFC South, and they're going to be taking on the 5th seed Rams, which is very interesting. So let's start with that matchup first, because the funny thing is the Los Angeles Rams has been struggling against the NFC South all year. And if memory serves me correctly, as I'm about to look up their schedule, I want to say they either lost every single game that they had against the NFC South, or they lost the majority of it. So off the top of my head, I don't recall, but their record against the NFC South has not been good. And I'm looking through their schedule right now. So they got a win against New Orleans, so that's one in their favor. And then they won against Tampa. Now, both of those are home games. Then they won the road against Carolina and lost that one. And then they lost to Atlanta, so that's 2. So they actually went 2-2. But the last 2 games against the NFC South, they lost. Now, they won 2, then they lost 2. Now, seeing how this is the playoffs, and this is like another showdown against the NFC South opponent. So you see the pattern here. Win 2, then lose 2. Win 2, then lose 2. That's the pattern. So right now, they are on a start of a winning streak against the NFC South. That's going to end with a W against the Panthers. So I got the Los Angeles Rams going on the road and knocking off the Panthers. They've been there before the Rams have. The Panthers have not. So I got to go with the Rams here. It would be funny if the Panthers won that game, but I'm going with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams here. Now, that's automatic. Well, unless the Eagles lose to the 49ers, that's going to automatically set the Rams against the Seattle Seahawks, which is going to be a divisional matchup. So let's be honest. Doesn't matter for the most part who the Seattle Seahawks play in the divisional round. It's going to be a divisional showdown. They're going to play against a divisional foe for the 3rd time. Now, speaking of which, let's take a look at that other NFC West squad, the 49ers. They're going on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles. As much as I would love to pick the 49ers here, the problem is the 49ers are banged up. And all the Eagles have to do is just 2 things. Rely on their defense, which they have pretty much all year long, and rely on the running game, which they have not been doing all year long. So if they were to do that, this should be a blowout. But I feel like the offense is going to struggle here. But despite that defeat, the defense is going to carry them against a banged up 49er squad. And the Eagles are at home too. I'm going with the Eagles to win that game. And then we got the 2-7 matchup where we got the Bears hosting the Packers. Packers are kind of banged up too because their quarterback play. I think the quarterback is in concussion protocol. So will he play? I think he will play, but they also won't have what's his face on the. I am having a brain fart. I cannot remember these names to say their life, to say my life rather. But he's not playing that much. The defensive tackle, he's not playing. But despite that, the Bears going to win this one. Like, whether he plays or not, the Bears going to win this one. They're at home. And they've been somewhat, I ain't going to say they've been on the road because they lost the last game of the year to Detroit, my Detroit Lions, rather. But I got the Bears winning this one. Like, momentum will be high because of the fans. They're going to be going crazy because the Bears are in the playoffs. They're in a good spot. I got the Bears winning that matchup. So let's go to the divisional round real quick. So it's going to be the Seahawks hosting the Rams. I do not have that much faith in the Seahawks quarterback. Not at all. Like, I really, really don't. So I see another scenario where a number 1 seed for the NFC side does not win a playoff game. Unfortunately, that happened last year with my Detroit Lions. It's going to happen this year with Seattle. I got the Rams going on the road and knocking off Seattle. So I got the Rams going to the NFC Conference Championship game. Who will they face, though? The Bears-Eagles is going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. But this is playoffs. The Eagles been here before. The Bears have not. And even though the Bears would be hosting the Eagles, I'm rolling with the Eagles. So yeah, the divisional round will be won by 2 road teams on the NFC side, which sets up the NFC Conference Championship game where the Rams will be going back to Philly to take on the Eagles. Now, this was a close one. It meant such crack. I think the Rams had on it, and then they let the Eagles come back. They not making that mistake again. I got the Rams knocking off the Eagles in the NFC Conference Championship game, and the Rams will be staying in Cali, really. They'll be going to the Super Bowl. Granted, the Super Bowl will be in the arena where San Francisco plays, but the Rams, LA, Santa Clara, both cities are in Cali. You get the point. The Rams going to the Super Bowl, which is going to be in Cali, giving them a massive home field advantage. But against who, though? Let's look at the AFC side. Number 1 seed will be the Denver Broncos, so they're going straight to the divisional round because they got the bye. The 2nd seed New England Patriots will host the Chargers, who are the 7th seed. The Buffalo Bills, the 6th seed, will visit the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are the 3rd seed. But let's take a look at that 4-5 matchup. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the 4th seed, one of their division, will be hosting the Houston Texans. And as much as I would love to pick Pittsburgh to win this one, I have to go with Houston. I think Houston defense have been stepping up as of late. And I can see defense travels. Defense travels. Pittsburgh is not all there, in my opinion. I like Houston to go on the road and knock off Pittsburgh, knock off the Steelers. So I got Houston going on to take on Denver. Well, we don't know yet, because who I got for that 3-6 matchup. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting. The 3-6 matchup. So the Bills, I don't see them winning against Jacksonville. Jacksonville has been on the road. I really see Jacksonville, who finally won that division. I see Jacksonville winning that matchup and going to the divisional round. So now we're going to have Jacksonville going to New England to take on the Patriots, and the Texans going to Denver to take on the Broncos. Let's start with that matchup in the divisional round. This is a no-brainer. Denver is winning that one. Without question, Denver is winning that matchup right there. And then the 2-3 matchup, that's going to be a close game, but I got the Patriots at home winning that one. So we're going to have a 1-2 matchup on this side. So we got the Broncos hosting the Patriots, which is is that a bit of a historic rivalry? I don't know. I could be mistaken in that. I don't know. But nevertheless, that's irrelevant. But in this matchup, I'm going to go with the Patriots. I think the Patriots will be good enough to go on the road and knock off the Broncos. So I got the Broncos losing. So we're going to have ourselves a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. And I got the Rams winning it all. I got the Rams winning it all. Matthew Stafford will get his 2nd Super Bowl. And yeah, that's how I see it. I see the Rams winning the Super Bowl this year. And I'm going to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know this is boy New Jake Aspie, aka New Stimulate Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.